Hopefully you guys can hear us. We are live. Hi guys. Hopefully we're getting out. We couldn't believe what we had to do to try to get this live out. We are coming from the National BLM Wild Horse and Burro Center in I don't know what part of Nevada. This is just north of Reno, very close to the Moon Rocks uh, uh, OHV area we've been at. And hello, everybody. You guys, hopefully you're doing, you can hear us okay. Sure that the speaker,
I'm gonna sneeze.
What's that?
I'm gonna sneeze.
Oh, no.
We're confined to the truck because of the wind.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It has been a day of wind and dust storms and sandstorms. The inside of the coach has a half-inch layer of dust.
Yeah.
We had to close up 2 walls on the worst side that the wind was getting us just to try to stop the dust from getting in. And we are stuck there.
Well, you saw the movie recently. Everybody else has seen it a lot long ago, but Interstellar, where they have those sandstorms and dust storms all the time, and everything has a layer of dust. I'm really feeling their pain right about now.
Oh my gosh. You guys saw the video that we put out earlier, and our white truck is right there about 15 feet, 20 feet away from the coach. It was in the background. At times, you couldn't even see our truck. That's how bad it was. So we did go on a little bit of I don't know what you call it. We left that area because we had too poor of cell signal. The wind and the dust was way too bad. But you know what? We got something special for you. So I'm going to let Karen grab the laptop and show you where we're at. It's at the bottom there. But
see if I can really get it into the window here.
Yeah, see if you
there
can
you
show
go.
it. You see, guys, even wild horses could not drag us away
from doing a live.
From doing our live. All right.
Okay, now we're gonna back in here.
There. Yeah, we have the laptop precariously set.
There. Okay, that looks out fine.
I'm going to take off my live glasses so I can actually read and see. And oh my gosh, what a week. So where we ended up was Moon Rocks, of all places, OHV area. Actually, before we went up there, we didn't know it was an OHV area. But that's okay. It's coronavirus. Everybody's got the stay-at-home order. Nobody is out. We've hardly seen anybody in the last couple months. And when we got up to Moon Rocks, where we were at, and you can see it in the background of the previous video that I put out before this live, when we got up there were only about 2 people up there, two or three.
Yeah.
Then Friday came.
Actually, yeah, Friday. Thursday night.
Thursday night, they started pouring in. Friday.
I was looking at the calendar going, is it Memorial Day? For God's sakes, there's so many people coming in.
I'm telling you, you would not have known there was any stay-at-home order. You would not know that the coronavirus was going on. We were stacked in with a couple thousand of our closest non-friends.
ATV enthusiasts.
Oh my gosh. Side by sides, quads,
running,
dune buggies, rock crawlers.
Night.
Oh my gosh.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Partying.
Yes.
At least last night they were partying.
And
Friday night
they've been churning up all of that sand and all of that dirt and dust. And then the winds hit today. And all of that dust came up into the air all day long. And it was like a bomb went off.
Now that everybody's leaving, it's erasing all their tracks. It's just gone.
Even the laptop. I'm looking at the laptop. It is covered in dust, guys.
Don't touch it too much.
Yeah,
It'll shift.
I don't want to touch it too much, but I had to clean the camera off just so that we. And
Oh my
this and the
gosh.
laptop was inside the coach. That's how bad it was.
You can't keep that much dust and sand out. There's too many cracks.
Yeah.
It just gets in.
Tom and Lori said rain is on the way, honey.
It was sprinkling a minute ago.
It was just sprinkling on Karen just before
the
we
window
went
open.
before we went live.
I'm like, dang, no rain.
We got Angela in the house, Marlon Mass, guys. Whoa, Nellie is in the house, guys. Angela Fouts, good to see you. Lori, how you doing? Oh my gosh. So how did we end up where we ended up? I noticed somebody mentioned the generator. Sounds like you guys need hookups and you need to do some servicing. Well,
that would be nice.
Yeah. Trying to get someplace with full hookup has been, we have not been able to get into any parks. Thousand Trails continually is canceling all of our reservations. And so I thought, well, you know what? It's fine. We can go and I can work on the generator. We'll just go and boondock. And
yeah, somewhere where nobody cares if you tear things apart and parts are laying around.
Yeah.
Just out in the boonies.
Now, that's how we ended up where we're at. But I had no idea it was going to turn into
Party Central.
Party Central. We met Tom and Lori for lunch on Friday, wasn't it?
I
Friday?
So.
Yeah. And we actually met at Cummins Sales and Service there in Reno, and I was hoping to pick up the starter that I had ordered. It did not come in, which meant that we were going to be where we're at for another couple days. It's supposed to be in tomorrow, crossing our fingers.
Oh, it better be.
And meanwhile, we have answered the question on can we survive on the solar without our generator. And actually we have. It has been pretty comfortable. We have really not had too many problems. A little bit of adjustment. We switched over to the cooking on propane, and otherwise we're still running the TV. I did shut down my Keurig coffee maker.
He's been using the French press.
I've been using the emergency backup French press, and it's actually worked out pretty well. So, I always wondered, we'd never had to go without the generator, and I wondered how well that was going to work.
That's why we have it, just in case. We always think ahead when we say, we need a stock of food, we need certain things to, in case the normal stuff that we use doesn't last or something comes up or whatever. Just in case the Keurig died on us, which it's in the process of dying.
Yeah.
And it keeps going, believe it or not. But we bought the French press just in case we got left high and dry by the Keurig dying, and that's been a blessing because Mr. Coffee over here.
Yeah. But we were pleasantly surprised. Life has not been that hard living without the generator. We've only been running the generator maybe an hour, a half hour here or there when we're cooking, maybe an hour at night. And we have had to run the engine. I start up the coach generally late, around 10 o'clock. And that, don't worry, I'm not disturbing anybody because everybody is up partying at 10 o'clock.
They have no inclination of etiquette at all.
I'm telling you, if you would have been where we were at, you would not have believed that there was any problem in the world. It was
No
was
social distancing. Total
yeah,
like 4 and 5 different uh, camp trailers and toy haulers all parked together, all standing around the fire. Big groups of people. It's like, oh my God, really?
yeah, yeah. So 380 watts of solar, yes. And if we're going to add a fridge, we're going to need to add on a couple hundred watts more, which we don't see that as being too big of a problem. But if we have decided an update on the fridge. We have decided to go with a residential fridge, and we'd just rather have a larger fridge that if something happens to it later on down the road, for whatever reason, we can stuff another one in there. It's easy to get another one. It's not so easy to get these RV refrigerators either repaired or to get another one if you need one, and that's kind of our reasoning for switching over to the residential fridge. So
Yeah, it works.
yes.
See this here? This is the translation.
Oh, oh, I see.
Jim Bertrand's been busy with the
He's
emoticons
got
or
the
whatever it is.
emojis going.
It would take me a while to read all those.
Marcy Webb knows very well coffee is my lifeline. And you know what I found out? I was telling Tom, we were trying to figure out if we could run the refrigerator. And I see somebody coming. We may have to move here a little bit because we are sitting at the BLM Wild Horse and Burro Center, and they've got thousands. And there is a road that kind of goes around all of the yeah, hold on to that.
Yeah, so the computer doesn't fall.
There is a road that goes around the whole place, and people do drive around just as we're parked here. And
We love the horses. There's a trillion babies out there. They're so cute.
yeah, so,
Lori, you would totally get this.
but this is the first time that I've ever been this close to wild horses, and we noticed that when we were out looking for a place to do our live, that we did have a little bit of signal here. We could probably pull it off, and so we decided to come down here, hoping to get away from the dust and the wind. The wind is a little bit better here, but it's not great.
It's still pretty breezy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been pretty warm though for as windy as it is.
Yeah.
A coat is too much. I mean, he's got a leather that's pretty light, but I'm just in a small sweatshirt and it's not very cold.
No.
It may be windy, but it's not very cold.
No. So if you catch me glancing over there, we're watching the horses, and they're kind of playing and running around, and
keep hearing them, and I'm like, what? Ooh,
yeah.
What? Squirrel.
Yes, there is one in Burns, Oregon. I'm familiar with it. I've never been out to that one out there, but good call. There is one out there, and that's pretty close to where we're from. We're from Bend, and Burns is just an hour or two outside of Bend to the east.
Couple hours, yeah. So.
Yes. Marcy says they finally have reservations at a state park here in Maryland for the weekend after next. So excited to be able to camp again. I hope that you get to do that. We had reservations for Lake Tahoe. We were supposed to be up there during this time.
Right about now.
They waited until right up a week before. Of course, they got their payment out of my bank account before, I guess they wanted to wait before they canceled it.
Yeah.
They did cancel Lake Tahoe.
We still have the one back home in Bend, Sun River.
Yeah. I'm really not expecting we're going to be able to go to that. Now we do have an ownership of a ranch, 900-acre working cattle ranch in Bend, and we can go out there and stay out there. So that's probably where we're going to end up. and
just stay there.
that is an ownership. It's not a private, or it's a private entity, not a public one.
Right.
And so the state doesn't get a lot of say. We are, as a group, there's I think about 1,200 owners of the property, and we make our own decisions by board. And the ranch has um, tightened things up a little bit, closed some things down, just to do that. So just to kind of follow suit with everybody else. So looks like my daughter Bailey is in the house. Yes, we are excited to get back there. We may be back there earlier than planned.
We're thinking about it because we can't get in anywhere else, and we're close enough to home that maybe we'll just bomb in and get there early. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. So everything is closed. It was kind of strange. Now, we met Tom and Lori for lunch, and we actually went to a burger place and got burgers. And then we went out. It felt weird going into an establishment and buying burgers. It almost felt kind of normal. And but we did go to a great little park right alongside of the river, and had burgers and visited with those guys.
That was a great visit. And we need to do it again.
Yes, that was fantastic. Justin and Christina, welcome.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. Congratulations on the baby. Everybody, please. I'm sure I've mentioned it just about every live, but Justin and Christina just had their baby. Congrats, you guys. We're going to have you on, hopefully, here. And
we should have them as guests.
Yeah,
and be part of the live.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's it.
Yeah.
No, they're up in Canada.
You got to give them time.
Yeah.
Having the new baby, it takes adjustment.
Yeah. So they're probably not even sleeping yet.
No, not for a while yet.
Yeah. So.
So Wayne and Carrie were saying, "Quick, put on your glasses because Bailey's now."
I know, right?
You gotta be cool, right?
My daughter Bailey thinks my glasses are cool, so there you go.
Quick, put them on.
No, we're excited to see them. Do you know, other than Karen had to go back for an emergency, and I had to go back for an emergency, and but otherwise we have not been back in Bend for 2 years. Going pretty close to 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a 2-year road trip.
Yeah, we're just finishing up a loop of the country. We went down to Florida and up the East Coast, came back across to Colorado, and then back into the Southwest, and now we're headed back up into Bend. So yeah, it's been a long trip since we've actually been home for a little while.
For any length of time,
yeah. So, and we call that home base, not necessarily home, because home is actually sitting about 10 miles away from us. But we are,
in the dust.
We're excited to see my kids, your kids, the grandbabies. We've missed all of them. So,
they say, lots of adjustments, and sleep is a luxury right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, been there. I know what that's like. Yeah.
We are not going to go as long tonight because we had such trouble in the wind. But why don't you give everybody a shot of where we are at again? If you want to show them that. We are looking over
horses, and they keep distracting me.
Yes.
Every time they make noises, I'm like, oh!
And we had planned being outside, but we just couldn't do it. There's a little too much wind going on out there. So it does look like it's starting to calm down a little bit. How does that feel out there to you? Does it feel like it's... Yeah, it's still pretty breezy.
I haven't dropped the computer yet.
No. Oh. Maybe we will over there if it's just breezy. We've got the it's not a dead cat. Lori said it's what? It's a sound muffler, right?
It's a dead cat.
It's a dead cat. We've got a dead cat on our microphone. No, Lori doesn't like that. We have to say
It's a sound muffler.
sound muffler.
All right.
And I think we can.
Horsey.
I think we can actually have them in the background here a little bit because the wind does seem to be dying down a little bit. So we'll show you what we're seeing out the window here. You get a little better view.
She says it's a mic muff.
And a mic muff. Mike, I couldn't
cat.
remember it.
Mic muff.
Oh, it's still pretty windy. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it calms down, we'll step outside.
I keep saying, don't move because you'll lose the signal. It keeps driving around. All right, fine.
Well, we wouldn't have to do this if the wind would stop.
Okay, there's one area up here where all the babies are. Oh, they're so adorable.
We got some youngsters in this one too. Looks like there's a couple thousand horses here though, guys. And we have seen the wild horses on the way out to where we're staying.
We came here, we visited, and on the drive back, they were like 2 miles from where we were camped. Real, actual wild horses.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, stop!
These qualify as wild horses too.
They are, but they're penned up.
They're penned up. They're in horsey prison.
Justin and Christina agree. It's a dead cat for your mic. That's what we call it.
Yes, they
are. To let go of the computer.
This is horsey prison. So
it's wild horsey prison.
It's wild horsey prison. So it sounds better if you say the BLM Center for Wild Horses and Burros.
It is an adoption center, and they actually do auction and find them homes.
Yeah.
If they can. I don't know what happens if they can't. So don't want to go there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's what it's called in the radio station. It's a mic.
It's a mic muff. See, and Tom and Laura, they've got experience in the radio department. So
Tom would know.
But of course, you don't need a mic muff in radio if you're inside at a station.
Cat.
It's a dead.
That's sad.
No, that's sad. Mic muff. You guys are too funny. So if you're getting to us late here, we are without generator. The starter did go out on the generator. We went up to a boondocking location that seemed nice and peaceful and actually had a unique name, Moon Rocks.
Yeah.
Now, what we didn't realize is this is a big OHV area. And when we first got up there, there were just a few people up there.
There's nobody there.
Thursday.
Of course, everywhere we go right now, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Well.
Thursday and Friday came, and thousands of people poured in.
Thousands?
Thousands.
Okay, it might have been thousands.
Are you kidding me? You have doubt?
Okay, hundreds of rigs with lots of little kids.
I'm telling you.
Okay, the absolute cutest was this little bitty Polaris that looked like a mini car that had 2 little kids riding round and round. They were adorable.
You have to remember, we were only at one of about 5 different areas,
locations, and they were all packed.
And they were all packed. So yeah, it was a mess, and it was bad enough when they were running around with the dust. Now we have motorcycles. We enjoy riding. I have
fit right in with motorcycles.
My son raced for a number of years, so we were very used to a lot of dust and dusty conditions. This was as bad as I have ever seen it. I have never seen it.
Okay, the last Friday and Saturday was bad, but today's wind was horrible.
Yeah.
It took it to a whole new level.
Yeah, so we were actually glad to leave there to come here and do this live because it is.
I can breathe.
Yeah, I'm. You can't see it on. We need showers.
It's gritty.
My everything is gritty. And we were sitting inside for most of the time. So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Well, why don't we take the last 5 minutes that we got here?
Okay.
And let's see if we can get outside and you guys can have the horses in the background and we can stay. So we're going to go on a little field trip again. You know how we love to do that. Hopefully the wind won't be too bad. Oh, let's see. There's, I don't know. We are going to set you guys right there. How's that for a background, guys? So we get the, and I just have to keep one. Have we have any babies? I don't see any babies there.
No,
Oh,
they're
it's a
down further.
little windy. It's a little windy. Let's see if we can show you guys just how big this area is. Yeah, but Karen liked this area because the babies were, or the babies up at that area up there. Oh, we stopped a little too early for the babies.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
They are everywhere.
Yes.
There's lots of horses around here.
Yeah. So, and we just happened across this. It actually, a geocache brought us here.
Yeah.
There's a geocache up on the road, and I just happened to notice it said something about being right there by
where the wild things are.
The name of the geocache was Where the Wild Things Are. So
there's that wind.
There's that wind. And I don't know if I can protect it or not. So, yeah.
Lots of horses in here.
Yeah, there are. And it stretches all the way over the other side. And I'm kind of impressed. I've never been to one, and I've never been this close to wild horses. We actually came here the other day, and they actually came up to the fence, a couple of them.
Yeah.
And
pretty bold for wild.
Yeah.
Woo, bird.
Gosh.
That wind is cold.
Yes. See if we can get.
Need a bigger buff, he says.
Need a bigger. Yeah, we probably.
Black. There's one rolling.
Yeah. I don't know if we have a lot of curious horses looking at us. And I don't know if any of them will walk over. Let's walk down there by the fence and see if they'll walk over. Hi guys. Yeah, there are. What are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, the wind. I don't know if you can see. Can you see what they're seeing there? Hopefully you guys can see.
You turn it.
Yeah.
Let's see all the horses.
Doesn't look like any are going to come over by us. All right, we're getting too windy. We can't actually talk out here. So, yes. Oh, Magic Travels here. Hi, guys. Okay, see if we can get set back up here. We have just about a minute and a half to say goodbye. We are keeping it short tonight. We're going to do the full happy hour tonight. Oh, that's right.
Wow.
This is our first time being on the T-Mobile this time. Looks like it seems to be going okay.
Yeah.
But we know we're limited on our data for T-Mobile. So I just figured, you know what, let's do a half hour.
Yeah,
and we'll call it good.
Yeah.
So
too much of it.
Yeah. Wouldn't make so much noise if it was a dead cat.
I like it.
Oh. But yeah, a really cool place. Thank you. Yeah, it is kind of, and it was kind of a surprise find. We have seen wild horses driving around here, traveling, and but this had no idea this was here. So
just happened to cross it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
new baby will be a month old tomorrow.
A month old tomorrow. Really? Man, that is so awesome. We have to see if we can get the baby on the live.
There you go.
That would be fun. Oh, uh, was that it? How you guys doing out there? Hopefully everybody is healthy and
Haven't seen any burros out there.
no,
All
Jim asked if we
horses. I
saw.
was looking for burros because
Mm-mm.
it's supposed to be for horses and burros,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I haven't seen any.
But you know, they're probably in a separate pen. Well, I'm almost guaranteed they're in a separate pen. And it may
Yeah,
not be one that we've come across yet.
yeah. We
So,
kind of circled a little bit, but we didn't do a complete around the place. So
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. I hope that you guys are safe and healthy and everybody is doing okay. We're going to be just fine.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
always.
maybe a little dusty.
I'm gonna have to do a total clean on the coach.
I have a feeling we're both going to be doing a total clean on the coach. But we got the generator part coming tomorrow, hopefully. So I think we'll get that generator back together again, and we should have our generator back. Um, and then Lori says, Tom and Lori want to see us one more time before we take off
There we
from
go.
here.
Yeah.
So we will not leave without seeing you guys, absolutely. So,
They went from winter to summer this weekend, 75 today, 85 next Tuesday. Holy head!
oh, wow, where is that at? Oh my
Where's
gosh.
Jim at?
I don't remember. Where are you at, Jim? Remind us. I know you've said it before. That's pretty good temperatures right there.
Yeah.
We could always meet back over there at the Cummins Service Center again.
Doing it at lunch or something.
No, wait a minute.
I don't
They
know.
may have jinxed us, and maybe that's why we didn't get our part.
Dare you say that?
So we can't meet them over
Sorry,
there.
guys.
We really need to get
He
our
said
generator.
it. He said it.
Jim says Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Wow, that's
Wow,
really
that
warming
just
up.
blows me away because it has not been that warm here. It is supposed to warm up, but not that warm here. Oh, we were a little disappointed that we didn't get to spend more time in California. We came up 395 after we saw you guys last week. Problem was everything was closed. Every place that we were going to boondock or camp was closed, closed, closed. And
You're disappointed about
I thought it was beautiful.
California?
I like, well, you know,
Okay,
it
the
was
Sierra Nevadas were beautiful.
right.
I don't care to be in California. Thank you
No,
very much.
I get that too, but that I don't consider. I don't think they should be counted.
No, it shouldn't be because
We'll
it's too
just count them
beautiful.
as Nevada. But
All right,
yes,
that works.
all right, guys. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us
Uh,
today. A short one today. Hopefully, next week we will have a different locale, and
less wind, no
if
more
we don't,
dust.
I don't even know if we have to stay. That's the other thing is we're trapped where we're at. We can't move because the generator is all apart. And it's not like I can go driving off with the generator half hanging. So it's not like we can drive away from the dust or any
We're
of
gonna
that.
fix this stuff.
But I cannot go through another weekend up there of
Oh
this.
no.
No. So we are,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
One
way
way,
too close to Memorial. I'm telling you.
yeah. We will start going into drastic measures to get out of there before next weekend. So, but we are having fun. Hopefully, you guys are too. Thank you for coming around tonight. I really
Yeah, thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it. We saw some new faces in the crowd today. Glad to have you. My daughter, Bailey, Jim, Lori, whoa, Nellie, Justin, and Christina. Oh my
Jim,
gosh.
Bruce, Angela, you guys are all here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
We
And
didn't mention you. Sorry, we're just skimming.
yeah, well,
I'll do better next time.
you guys stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you next week from
Justin
God.
and Christina, enjoy that baby.
Yeah, enjoy the baby. Congrats, you guys. Really
Love
glad
it.
to see you guys here.
Glad
So,
you were here. Yeah.
yeah. We'll see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Susie Q says, good night. All stay safe.
Bye,
Yes.
Susie. Bye, Susie.
Yes. Bring your own fireworks and do some target practice. Imagine.
Oh,
It has happened.
yeah.
It happened this week. It's all happened up there.
Oh, God. The
Yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It may be the only 4th of July we get this
Yeah,
year.
so we hear.
All right. Good night, everybody. You guys take care. Bye bye. Right.
And
And
there
that
it
one.
is.